It was a morning at the high school. Kim was standing by her locker with her best friend Oliver. They were just small talking about their plans for the weekend. So, do you have any plans for this weekend, Kim? Yeah, I am actually going to celebrate my 1 year anniversary with Jennifer. Oh wow, it has already been 1 year already? Yeah, can you even imagine the time just flies so fast for us? Yeah, that's something, isn't it? Jennifer was Kim's first serious girlfriend ever since they both started high school together. They were now in their second year of high school, and they had only been together for just 1 year. Kim came out as a lesbian to her parents about just to the time when she started high school. Her parents were not so shocked as much as she was hoped to be. They were actually quite supportive to both of that. And the first person that actually knew that Kim were a lesbian was actually Oliver. Oliver was not only her best friend, but she saw him as a brother type, since she was the only child and Oliver was always there for her. And as they were just talking, suddenly heard a voice behind them, "Hey, sweetie." And both turned around and saw Jennifer. "Oh, hi, Jennifer. So, what are you guys talking about?" she asked. Um, Not much, but just talking about any plans for the weekend. But Kim said she has plans, so I'm not going to be involved in their plans, though. Oh? What kind of plans? I'm. But Kim looked at him with a smile and said, nothing worries. But, you know. But then suddenly the bell rang. "Oh, we really had to hurry before we don't want to get late," said Kim. Kim took with Jennifer and gave her a quick kiss, and she ran off the first class she had. "I will see you at lunchtime," said Kim while running. Okay. During her first class in math, there was suddenly a knock on the door. The principal walked in. "Oh, principal, what can I do for you?" said the teacher, who just hasn't even started class yet. "I'm sorry for interrupting. No worries, principal. We hadn't even really heard for it to start. What can I do for you?" "Right. I will make it brief. We have a new transfer student here, and she is new here, and I want everyone here to welcome her, make her feel welcome to the school." And then suddenly a blonde haired girl walked in. "Everyone, this is Lindsay. She is a new here, and I want everyone here to treat her with kindness and respect, as the school stands for. And I'm looking for any volunteer to show her around." "I can do it," said Oliver, who was also the same class. "Good thing, Oliver. I know we can trust on you this one." Oliver was also like Kim, well liked, well respected among the staff and the students. "You can stand here to let you introduce for the new class," said the teacher after the principal had left. She said her name was Lindsay, and like the principal said that she is new here, and she was hoping to make a lot of friends in this school. After class was over, the teacher gave Oliver a note saying that he has permission to show Lindsay around, even if it would mean that he would miss 2 or 3 classes. And as he's just walking around, Oliver asked a little bit more about herself, like what what was the reason she is transferred to a new school just middle of the semester. She was a little bit shy to even answer that, but she mentioned it was like the reason why she was transferred here because she was constant bullied back in her old school, and there were a lot of students. There were at least a few students that bullying her severely, and she was on the brink of bring on the edge to just collapse a mental breakdown. And the staff there didn't do much about it at all. They were just ignoring it, just allowed it to happen. Wow, they actually did that. And the staff didn't do anything? No. No matter how many times that when I went to my teacher or even the principal or school counselor, but they just told me just just ignore them and just focus on nothing else, some other things. I tried. I even tried to get new friends, but it didn't work. In the end, I couldn't stand anymore. So let me guess, you told your parents and they tried to talk to the principal about this. Yeah, and the principal was like, if your daughter can't make it here, it's probably best for she be transferred to new school. My parents was outraged. The principal didn't even care to do anything to fix this problem. Wow, that's terrible. But at least this school has a series of policy against bullying or other serious crimes. Really? Oh yeah, it does, said Oliver. And for once, Jennifer Lindsay was smiling, thanked him, and she was shown around at the school to different locations like the principal's office, the nurse office, the gym class, where to find the biology class, and the other places. And he had actually invited her to have lunch with him, his best friend, and her girlfriend. She nodded and I thanked her for that. And around lunchtime, Jennifer was waiting for Kim by the table that they usually sit at. And suddenly, she did came up to the table, but then Oliver walked up to the table with another girl. Who's this? Asked Jennifer a little bit curiously. Oh, what it matters. This is Lindsay. She is newly transferred here. Oh? Yeah, she's a little bit shy, and I told her it's okay that she sit with us, just so that she can get to know us more people here. Well, she's always welcome here, said Kim with a big smile. Yeah, you can sit over there, and I'll sit over here. So they start talking. Jennifer at first was a little bit, were a little bit, a little bit distant, but she did ask some questions to Lindsay just to get to know her even better. But over time, it seems to be something that Jennifer couldn't tolerate. A new girl sitting next to her girlfriend. And in fact, things would get even worse. Because that weekend, Jennifer was texting Kim, and Kim actually had invited over her to her place to celebrate their 1 year anniversary. And as she came over, she was actually happy to celebrate their 1 year anniversary with Kim. They watched some movies and had even homemade dinner together and just have a great time. But things would eventually change around the next week afterwards. But on the next day, on the next Monday, when Jennifer walked up to Kim's locker, she saw that she was talking to Lindsay. Lindsay was giggling and laughing and said, "Yeah, that was a great idea." Then, as she walked away, Jennifer walked up and said, "Oh, hey, sweetie, don't sweetie me. What's the matter? Matter? How can you be cheating on me?" "What?" Kim said. "I'm not cheating on you. I saw you were cheating with Lindsay." "What? You said that you probably told her that she like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Are you going to dating her?" "What? No. I'm just telling her about the place that she's gonna go to see her and go to this park, this spot where she can go with her new friends." But Lindsay was, like many others, a very shy girl like Kim were. But Jennifer, this time, didn't even believe Kim. "I don't believe you. You're cheating on me with this new girl." "What? Jennifer, why would I cheat on you? I love you." "I don't believe you." And then Jennifer just walked off angrily. Kim stood by her locker, just very puzzled. And as Oliver walked up, "Oh, hey, Jennifer. Hey, Kim. Uh, Kim. Kim. After Kim. What? Ah, oh, hey, Oliver. What's the matter? It's, it's nothing. Are you sure? You look quite distant there. You don't usually do that. Nothing to be worrying about, Kim, Oliver. Trust me. Things are just going to be well. Things are okay, are fine. But it's as Oliver wouldn't know, but eventually he would, because the same afternoon, as Kim was standing waiting outside for the her mom to pick her up, Jennifer walked up to her and she saw that she was talking to Lindsay again. But this time, Jennifer lost it. She walked up to to Kim, after that Lindsay had walked off. "I can't believe you really are cheating on me." What? What? Before Kim could say anything, Jennifer slapped her right in the face. People saw it happen. And Oliver, who just walked out from the school, but on the staircase and saw it happen, and he just took off right up to them. It's like, "Jennifer, what in the world are you doing? Don't get involved with this." He was really stunned. "Come on, tell me, what in the world are you doing? This isn't involved you. Don't get involved in this." But Kim tried to explain. "Don't do it and interrupt me." And she slapped her again and again. And Oliver, then he just grabbed Kim's arm and dragged away from the place. And Jennifer just stood there. And he said, "Don't you ever do that again. You hear me? You don't do that." And he just walked off. And he saw that Kim was stunned, crying. And as they were waiting for Kim's mom, it's like, "Kim, what happened?" "She accused me of being cheating." "What? Wait, who?" "Lindsay. The new girl?" "Yeah." "She must have lost her mind. Why would you cheating on her? Because you don't. You know that's cheating. Because she saw me talking and that Lindsay was laughing." "That's it?" "Yeah. No, like, kissing or flirting. No. There was no flirting at all. Let's hope this is just over by tomorrow." And wish that he had wrong on this one. Because the next day, as Kim was standing by her locker preparing for first class, when suddenly Jennifer walked up. "So, it is true. You're cheating on me." Kim turned around and she saw that Jennifer was crying. "No! I'm not cheating on you, Jennifer. Why would I cheat on you?" "Because you were laughing with another girl." "Yeah? For what? Can I don't make a friend laugh? A friend? Or what should I say, secret girlfriend?" Kim was stunned. I, I can't understand you cannot accuse me for being cheating for no evidence." Oliver just walked up behind them. It's like, "Jennifer, can I talk to you? I don't want to talk to you at all. Listen." "No, you listen to me, Oliver. You stay away from her." "Who?" "From Kim. You're probably one who's behind this." "Behind what?" "Behind is that she can cheat on me. First of all, Jennifer, why would I do that? Listen, you two just celebrate your 1 year anniversary. And why would Kim, jeopardize that? She clearly loves you. Why would celebrate your 1 year anniversary and then suddenly start cheating on you?" And she barely knows Lindsay that well. Lindsay just started here. And start and you starting accusing her from be cheating with a new friend of hers? Come on, Jennifer. I thought you were better than that. Jennifer stood there silently and then looked at him and looked at Kim, who was crying. I don't believe you, she said angrily. Why would I lie? First of all, have I ever lied to anyone here? And he looked around and people said, no, not at all. Nope. There you get it. There you have it. I had never lied to you or anyone. Why would I start now? Because that Lindsay is more beautiful than me, said Jennifer. Jennifer, I think it's best you just walk away from here to make these things worse. Fine, she just stamped off angrily. But before Oliver could do anything, Kim lost her locker and ran to the bathrooms. I can't believe this is happening, said Oliver to himself. And even the next few classes, Jennifer was still angry. And even at lunchtime, Oliver saw that Jennifer sitting at the table, and when he saw Kim, she walked off a different table, and that made her even angrier. And she then, after she was finished, she walked up to Jennifer at the Kim's table and screamed at her, and once again, accused her for cheating. But this time, Kim stood up and said, Jennifer, we're done. I'm done with you. It's over between us. Ha! I know it. No, because you have been accusing me, harassing me like this. I don't can take it anymore. Then she ran off and crying. But then Oliver just stood there by his table with Lindsay. I can't believe it happened. Lindsay had been aware of what's happening since Oliver had been telling her, and she had been heard from other people. I can't believe that they are accusing me for doing this. Don't bother to be doing that, he said back to her. You're not the one behind this. It's just Jennifer's behavior. This is unlike her. She had always, Jennifer has always been friendly towards any of other Kim's female friends. But now this is really unlike anything. For the next couple of days, Kim never went back to school. And her parents was just asking why she was just not back at school. They were not even aware of the breakup. But when Oliver went over that same afternoon, Kim, can I talk to you? But Kim never answered. Kim, I know you're home. Please, can I come in? It's just me here. But she never answered. Please, Kim. I understand how you feel, but there was still no answer. Look, I get it. You want to be alone. I get it. If you want to talk, you know where to find me. And before he can even walk off, then he heard a voice. Come in. And then he walked in. He found her on the couch crying. She had been really devastated. I can't believe that Jennifer had actually been doing this to you. Accusing you of being cheating with another girl. Think about that, Kim. She has never done this before with the other female friends. And now this. Why? Because Lindsay is just jealous? Or that she's jealous of Lindsay because she is even more cute than herself? It doesn't make sense. And Kim agreed. This was really out of character of Jennifer. She has never acted like this before. She could not understand why. Just suddenly Jennifer started accusing her own ex-girlfriend this crazy stuff. Have you told your parents about this? She shook her head and said no, she hasn't. Maybe it is for best you don't tell them right now, but if these things would escalate, you may need have to tell them, just in case. Jennifer Kim nodded and said that she would, only if this would escalate even further. For the next couple of days, Kim went back to school and Jennifer avoided her as much as possible. Even Kim, she wanted to talk to to Jennifer, but she refused to even have a single talk to her, even a single word. All that Jennifer said, no, 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 always, repeatedly. So Kim started to just forgetting about it. She was just upset at first, then devastated, quite angry. She was angry at Jennifer, accusing her from doing such things that she had never even done. There were no proof. But over time, by the end of the year, Kim had moved on from Jennifer, and she hadn't even spoken much at all to Kim during this Jennifer from this entire year. But just around New Year's Eve, Kim had decided to have a small New Year's Eve party with just a close friends, herself, Oliver, and even Lindsay. During this time, she and Lindsay actually had become a little bit more closer friends. But at the New Year's party, Lindsay had something to tell Oliver. Oliver, yeah, can I talk to you? Sure. Listen, you promised not to be shocked. Well, but much a lot of things have to do that, but yeah, of course. Since Lindsay and I have become a bit closer friends, yeah, um, you have a crush on her, don't you? Wait, you knew? Not really knew, but I had a feeling about it. But don't worry, I hadn't even told anyone, not even Kim. Oh, but the question is, do you think I should? Well, it's not my place to tell what to do, but if you feel that much up for her, then I've only suggested maybe you should do it, but of course it's all up to you. And that same evening around midnight, Lindsay actually confessed her feelings towards Kim. And Kim was ecstatic because it turned out that Kim also had started to have some feelings towards Lindsay. And ever since then, they actually made it official on New Year's Eve that they would become a couple. And they didn't make it official at on social media. That happened until like after sometimes New Year's Eve. Because when they went back to school after New Year's Eve and the winter holiday, things started to act like for them. Things were normal. They had only been on there a few days already. And soon, when they had posted online on social media, they were now in a relationship. Only one person was not happy. That was Jennifer. Because when she found out, she was mad. She was looking after Oliver for any answers like, so I was right the whole time. What? Jennifer? Kim and Lindsay have been dating behind my back the whole time. No, they haven't. But what you mean? They start dating right after New Year's Eve. What? They became a couple on New Year's Eve. I was there. You're lying. No, I have never lied to you before. So why would I lie to now? Because you has been told. Told what? To lie for Kim, she said angrily. I'm not going to want to be stand here being accused of lying. So Kim is happy right now. And Jennifer, I suggest that you stay away from Kim and Lindsay and don't do anything that you would regret. And then he just walked off. And wish that Oliver wouldn't have known what Kim and Lindsay would have to suffer for the next couple of months. Because right afterwards, there around springtime, they started to receive some text messages about how dare you, or something like that. At first, Kim and Lindsay weren't much bothered about this. They didn't want anything to affect their relationship. And in fact, throughout the entire this springtime, they were actually happy. They went on several dates, but there was something behind in Kim's mind. There was like a feeling that someone was following on them around, stalking them from a distance. And each time when they went on a date on the movies or at the park, Kim could not get rid of this feeling. She tried to look around from time to time to see if there's anyone who's even looking at them, but there was no one. But then she started to receive a few letters stating, "I'm watching you. You will regret that you broke her heart." And then it's like another letter to Lindsay stating a lot more worse. "I will take care of you soon. Revenge is my duty." Both Kim and Lindsay had been telling each other about these supposed death threats that they've been receiving. Their families have been also been informed. They could not even believe it. Who would want a death threat to their own daughters? Especially because, but Kim had only one person in mind who could have been doing this. Jennifer. Even Lindsay thought maybe Jennifer could have been doing this. But there was still no evidence. Even despite how much they could been wanted to do something. But it was nothing. And suddenly, as they this began, it just stopped. Both Kim and Lindsay were just happy that this problem or this things was over. But even though that in Kim's mind, she was like, maybe this isn't over. What if this person or people are still out there watching us, planning for something? And even though that they couldn't just go up to Jennifer and accuse her from being this stalker and the one who's sending these death threats, nothing they could be doing. They couldn't be doing it because they had the loads and the letters. There was nothing else they could do. And as this stopped, it just stopped. Jennifer started acting as like normal herself again. She started talking to Kim and Lindsay as nothing had happened. But Kim had told Lindsay always being aware of this. This could be just some sort of charade or a disguise about something that. What if Jennifer has something in mind, planned for something for them? And Jesus, yikes, that Kim was right. Because around the time of Valentine's Day and just sometimes after Valentine's Day, Kim received a text message from Jennifer. The first text message in quite a while, asking if they could spend some time, and she said, "Yeah, and then I will pick you up at the park." So Kim went to the park, but she luckily though had informed Lindsay over text message and a call that she was gonna meet up with Jennifer at the park. And Lindsay said, "If I don't hear from you within the next 2 hours, I know exactly what to do." Kim said, "Yeah, but just be careful," she said. "I will." Kim was waiting at the park, and sure enough, Jennifer showed up in her own car, and they went for a drive, and they started talking. They were just talking about normal things for the most part. But if things started to slowly went on their past relationship. Jennifer had asked Kim if there was any possible way for them to go back be together because she still loved her according to her words. But Jennifer was told by Kim that was not possible anymore because she was with Lindsay, and she was really happy with Lindsay. And even though that she knew that Jennifer was angry, but she didn't show any signs of that. But I love you. I know that Jennifer, but I'm with Lindsay now. And as but then suddenly Kim did notice. They were not in town anymore. Turns out Kim had been completely unaware that Jennifer had been driving out of town in the wooded areas on the countryside. Uh, Jennifer? Where are we going? Oh, I thought maybe we can have a little road trip. Road trip? To where? I don't know, just to us. Maybe try to re-spark the candle between us. But Jennifer, I told you, I don't care! She screamed. You're mine! You're mine! Only mine! Said Jennifer. Kim started to get a little bit mad, but also get very worried. This was unlike anything Jennifer had done before. But then she tried to act calmly and then asked, Jennifer, can I ask you something? And Jennifer's like suddenly calm. Yeah, sure, but what is it? Um, do you know anything about those threats that I received a couple of months ago? Yeah, I know about them. What about it? Do you have maybe any idea of who could have been sending those notes or letters? No, none of them I can think of. Well, maybe Oliver. Why would Oliver have been doing this? Because he's maybe jealous about you? Jealous? He knows that I'm a lesbian. And he knows that I'm dating Lindsay. Maybe he was secretly in love with you the whole time. I don't know if Oliver could have been behind this, but assuming that is not Oliver, who else did you can think of? Maybe Lindsay. Lindsay. Do you think Lindsay was doing this to me and herself? Well, cause have you thought of that? I mean, what if she's doing this to herself as to not make her a suspect? That was something that Kim could think that maybe Jennifer was right, but at the same time, it's not unlike anything because Lindsay never did it because she believed her. But then, as they were stopping for a gas station outside, because turns out Jennifer needed to refuel the car, and as she was doing it, Kim took the courage to leave the car and said he was just going inside to get to use the restroom and buy something. And Jennifer was not minded that. But she didn't because she went straight in and talked to the clerk at this gas station and he believed a single word. While he was doing that, a police car by chance actually just drove in and the officer walked in and Jennifer was then later arrested after what Kim told her. And Kim was just happy. It turns out later on, after some investigation, Jennifer was the one behind this death threats. She was just jealous. She's doing it out of jealousy. Because she thought maybe doing this to maybe to make Kim to realize that maybe she was supposed to be with Jennifer, not Lindsay. But she didn't expect it. It only brought Lindsay and Kim even closer and closer. Kim was just happy that all these things was now sold. And Jennifer, she was expelled. She was arrested. And she was sent to juvenile hall for until then she was 18. And this will be on her permanent record. Jennifer was now gone from Kim's life. And Kim, she was just happy to have Lindsay. Because Lindsay was always there to cheer her up, and even Oliver. And after all this, it's like it just stopped. Kim could not have been happier to have Lindsay in her life. She never had imagined her own ex could have been sinking so low, acting at this behavior like a stalker and death threats. Even time later on passed for them. Both Kim and Lindsay finished high school, and they went to a small community college in their hometown, and they were just happy to have moved on their lives. But eventually, after they had finished college, they actually bought a small apartment in together and just having a great time. Both were working at the same place, a small grocery store, and just things was just happy for them. And eventually, on Lindsay's 25th year's birthday, Kim proposed to her. She was happy. They decided to have a small close wedding with just close friends and family. And they was just happy about this. Both Kim and Lindsay could not have been happier about this. They decided to have this wedding. And even Oliver was just truly happy to see how Kim and Lindsay were together. And after they'd been married for about 2 years, they actually adopted two daughters of their own. Kim was just really truly happy to have found someone like Lindsay in her life. She was really surprised all those years ago how Jennifer acted like. That was unlike anything that she had never expected. But ever since then, she has never heard a single word from Jennifer ever since. And this is how Lindsay and Kim found a true love, got a big family together. The end.